Hey there, my name is Jessica from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with my partner Jeff today and requesting your free video. So today we're going to go over just a few tips that you guys can start applying right away, and it's really going to help with your online presence as well as getting more organic leads. So you don't have to rely on paid lead programs like Angie's and Home Advisor. So much has changed, and you really need to have a good footprint in the digital space. Um, Nearly 70% of your organic leads come from your website. So it is really critical that your website be properly designed and optimized so you can capture that traffic. All right. So here we're on your site. I love that you have your phone number and a click to call right on top, making it super easy for your customers. I would even suggest taking it a step further and adding a form right up top as well so they can reach you either way. So let's see what else we have going on here. 30 years in business, that's awesome. So we have some descriptive images. Okay. A little bit of content. Okay. So this is good. Content is good. The more content you can have, the better. Google does not rank based on appearance. It is based on content. So you do need a lot of this content, but you also need to be focusing this content on the buyer intent keywords related to the service. And I'm not really seeing that. I am seeing national keywords and branding. Branding is important, especially since you've been in business for 30 years. I'm sure that you have a book of regular clientele, but not everybody searches based on brand. They search mostly based on service. So it is really, really important to have your pages written around your services and the keywords in Colorado Springs for those services. Keeping in mind that people search differently, and so there's oftentimes multiple variations of similar keywords, and you want to capitalize on that so that you're getting as many visitors as possible to your website that could potentially convert into customers. And I noticed that you have a variety of restoration as well as carpet cleaning and upholstery. And so you really need to have a separate page for every single one of your services. Just having one restoration page is not going to be enough. You need to have a separate page with their own original content focused on the keywords related specifically to that service in your area. And then you also need to have a separate service area page. So if you're servicing Fort Carson or any of the surrounding areas, you need to have a separate page. That way you can be found organically in each of the communities that you're servicing. So that's going to be pretty important for you guys. If we look at your top competitor for water damage restoration in Colorado Springs, we do have United Water Restoration Group. And yes, they are a franchise, but no, you're not competing against the franchise as a whole. You're only competing against this one specific location. And believe it or not, it is relatively easy to beat franchisees because a franchisee is not allowed to change their content or modify it in any way to be able to actually rank for the keywords they want to. So they have to do it in a roundabout way, which is 4 or 5 times as much work to do. But these guys do have some good buyer intent local keywords, and they do have a good amount of content. So you're going to want to make sure that you have more content than they do. And then in addition, you also want to make sure that you're supporting your website with SEO, because without it, your website is not going to be found online. So that's going to be really, really important. So if we look here, You have a rating of a 20 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, so awesome. That's good. Obviously, you have or did have some SEO going on. This score is based 100% on your backlinks and referring domains. And while you do need a lot of these, not all are created equal. Not all work for every type of industry or service. And so it is really important to focus only on getting your do follow authoritative backlinks. Google will only give you credit for one backlink per referring domain. So the other 500 plus backlinks are spam. And if we look here, only 23 of them are do follows. So actually that means you only have 23 good backlinks supporting your website. You have been indexed for 146 keywords, but you're only getting about 83 people to your website. So you're missing out on a ton of potential new customers by not being properly optimized, having the right pages or service area pages. Looking at your keywords and where the traffic is coming from, it's coming from national keywords. I get that this is a product, but it's also a national keyword. So you may possibly get people from around the country to purchase this product, which is great. But most of this traffic, if they're looking for a service, they're going to leave because it's not local and you can't help them. So you really want to try and focus really hard on local buyer intent keywords so that you can drive that traffic and convert them into customers. Looking at your competitor, we don't care how their website is performing because you're not competing against the whole website, just this one page. And they have a 17, partially because of the strength of their website, but the rest is because of their backlinks and referring domains. But they only have 5 that are do follow. So you only have to beat their 5 do follow referring domains in quantity and quality. And they have been indexed for 91 keywords, and they're getting 161 people to this one page of their website. So these guys are very beatable, but you do have to follow the tips that I have provided. And the last part of this is going to be this Google My Business or Google Maps section. Your goal should be to be in the top 3 because 30% of people search here and don't go anywhere else. And so if you're not listed in this top 3, you send all your leads to your competitors. In order to get in the top 3, there are several factors, but the most important is citations. And that's going to be the name of the business, address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Glassdoor. And so you will need a lot more of those than your top competitors. But if you follow all of these tips I have provided you today, your website has the opportunity to be #1 across Google for each service and in all your service areas. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you found it helpful, and I would really love to get your feedback. If you have any questions, go ahead and give me a call at the number on the screen, and we can chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.